Starting off today's episode of 100K in 90 days, I just hit up a bunch of Big Lots. It's currently November 1st, and they are loading up tons of Christmas stuff, an extra 30% off. And if you order online, you can create an account and get another 15% off. So you basically can get all this for like 40% off, as well as they have some Halloween stuff here. I got this like Oogie Boogie right here. Whoops, I'm trying to find it on the camera. There we go. This guy was 75% off for the Halloween, so it was only $7.50, and the rest of this stuff I'm getting at about 40% off. I've got a lot more of these to hit, so let's hit some more Big Lots stores, load up on all this, and then later in the video I will get into how we finished in October. A slight preview, I actually lost top rated on one of my selling accounts, so I'm going to say how that happened and how that has affected sales so far, and see if we hit our goal of doing 25,000 in October to be able to get to the 75,000 to hit 100K in Q4. First though, let's hit some Big Lots. Not a bad haul at all. Got a lot of Halloween, got a lot of Christmas, and this isn't even half of it. As I showed earlier, plus a little more. So I actually went a little more in depth on all this in my flipping from zero video. We bought all this for flipping from zero. It was almost $1,200, guys, but pretty good discounts, getting the 40% off, stacking those codes. Called that out in bread and butter, and a lot of members were able to eat that up. Luckily on this, it was a one-day sale, so not a lot of people are going to have these. And as I explained in that flipping from zero video, which I'm not sure if that's live or not, I basically explained that a lot of these things, that even though I'm only getting them at 40% off for the Christmas stuff, that I'm able to actually sell them above retail because Big Lots doesn't make many of these decorations. A lot of people don't have Big Lots, and a lot of them are just super unique, so they just sell for a lot more. So follow along in that flipping from zero series, as in December, we're hopefully going to be moving all of these. Anyways, though, let's get into the numbers and see if I hit that 25,000 goal in October. All right, guys, let's break down the numbers here on both eBay accounts. Remember, our goal for October was 25,000 because I thought I could do 75,000 the last 2 months of the year. Looking at last month, because it's currently November 7th, we did not hit that goal. We hit $21,023. So we have to make up that $4,000 these last 2 months. But I'll actually show you my first week of November here next, and I think you're going to be amazed. Sales have really picked up in November. Honestly, it's one of the slowest Octobers I've had to date. As you can see on this account, I actually had a better August. August was actually pretty solid. On this account, though, it kind of went up. So I guess it just depends where I'm listing items. But first, let's break down this account. I'm just going over all of October. Last episode, I think I actually dove into like the first 2 weeks of October, but I figured we'd look at it as a whole here. Let's just blow this one up so we can see this one completely. We can see our typical categories. Number of buyers are down. The quantity sold is down a little bit. Average sales price is even down a little bit. That's one that I like to look at because I'm trying to sell higher priced items with higher margins as well. We can see everything that we've taken out, all of our costs. But looking at the things that are selling this type of year, it is completely beanie season. People are getting ready for winter. So if you've got that winter stuff, make sure it's up and listed. So lots of beanies. We sold a decent chunk of Whataburger hats. If you remember, those were $5. I got my flipping from zero series. The NBA stuff is starting to sell with that season going. A lot of NCAA hats, as you're seeing, NFL. So I sell a lot of sporting goods, and a lot of those are in their peak seasons. So that's why they're selling. We got some flipping from zero stuff here. The Luke Combs Crocs keep doing well. I should probably sell out of those before Christmas. People are going to buy Crocs for people for Christmas. The lined Crocs should also start picking up here soon. Some more beanies, some high-end McLaren hats. We got some Crocs loafers. Got some Halloween costumes that I sold. Let's check out the one that the sales were up on, 13,000. So yeah, like I said, I must have listed more on this one because it was up 23%. Usually I like to have both of those around like 8 to 10,000. Obviously it depends on the month. But August, this one by this number was probably around 10,000, and so was the other one. So they were pretty equaled out. I try to list the same amount daily, but maybe I had some more winter stuff on this one. We'll have to see. So we can see quantity sold up. The average sales price, that helps a lot. So I must have sold some really high dollar stuff. I think this is the one I sold the Louis Vuitton cologne on. So that would make complete sense actually as to what. Yep, it was. Well, that's still only $1,200, but still we can see it. Typical categories. Here's all of our costs that we got to take out. Yeah, the Texans shirts are selling really well. Those were $3 or $3.50 from Academy Online that we called out in the group, and that was a great find. These Mets hats as well, with them going all the way to the conference finals. Those did really well. I've sold a lot of those on Amazon as well, but this series is strictly eBay. We're just trying to make 100K on eBay. Ohio State hats obviously doing well. Lots of Ohio State wristbands doing well. The jocks keep selling really well. I've sold tons of those, tons upon tons of those. I just sold 4 of these the other day. Those are kind of tanked, but I had like 50 cents in them, if that. Lots more wristbands. Got some socks, hats. Okay, so this is another reason they're up is I got these cameras from Kohl's for free with my Kohl's Cash, as well as these Fire Sticks. So electronics are going to sell through like that. So that's a big reason why this one's up more. We can see the Christmas stuff is starting to sell. That also makes sense. I have a lot of Christmas stuff on this account, and it's really starting to pick up. So that makes sense. Yeah, we can see the Ring cameras. We can see the Louis Vuitton. So that is why this one's up. The Christmas lights, those are all starting to sell, and I have tons of Christmas, guys. I cannot wait for it. Let's actually come here to our listings and see the amount of value we have in Christmas decorations. Obviously, I probably don't have Christmas on every single one. Check it here on this one. I think I have most of my Christmas on the big account, but let's just check here. Okay, not bad then. So we've got 1,800 listed on that one and 17,000 listed on this one. So almost $20,000 in Christmas decorations that we have to sell. I think I estimated like 25,000, and I still have a couple things I need to list. I'm slacking hardcore on that, but that is a decent chunk that's going to help us hopefully hit 100K. Now, another thing I wanted to actually show you guys on this account is I actually lost top rated. I am currently above standard. What did I mess up? I think I messed up the transaction defect rate. Yeah, I let cases get closed without seller resolution. Normally I set alarms so that doesn't happen, but I don't know what happened on 2 of those. But if we come down here to if it gets evaluated again, one of those is going to fall off. So it's going to put us back in. And I thought that would affect it, like sales a lot. Was that November 20th? Except I didn't get the message about it till November 28th. That's when they actually pulled it from me. So let's come here and look at my sales. Let's go custom and go November, or not November, it was October 28th. Sorry, October 28th through today. And look at that. This is on my smaller account. Look at it versus the previous time period. Like my sales, I'm not joking. I've been selling more on this account than the other one. It feels like, at least quantity wise. I mean, 106 items sold in a little over a week. I mean, I have sold a decent chunk on that account here, just in that time span. So I don't know. I always thought top rated like meant a ton. Maybe I would be selling more if I had it, but honestly, sales were pretty down in October. And then once I lost that, I woke up one morning and I had 14 items sold overnight on just this account. It made absolutely no sense. But I mean, I'm not upset one bit, but I'm definitely going to monitor this. My top rated will come back on the 20th of this month. So maybe I'll make a video just on that and my experiences. When that turns back on, like a month later, compare that to the month of sales without it. I don't know. I'm interested to see, because I thought my listings would get like shadow banned since I've been top rated so long, but they have really not gone down at all. And honestly, I feel like I'm selling more than I did when I had it. So let's check for just this month. So let's see. We were at like 21,000. So we're at about 23,000 now. And then we'll check the other account in a little bit as well. So far this month, a weekend, we're averaging about 10 items per day, which is pretty solid. Again, though, we need to average way more than that per day. I think it was $1,068 we need to average per day. This is, again, my smaller account, but we'll see. It may have done better. I feel like it did do better without top rated. You can see we're just selling the usual stuff. Lots of beanies, though. I have been stocking up on beanies all summer long. Let's check our second account here now. Okay, so sales are still up on this one. So in the first week of November, we've made about $5,000, which is very solid. It's still not on pace with what we need to hit 100K. It's about $714 per day. So let's do a little math here. 74,000 divided by 54. We now need to do average $1,370 a day. Definitely going to be difficult, but those Christmas decorations are going to help, as well as I've been pulling down a lot of listings. That is one thing I did on that second account that lost top rated, is I pulled down a ton of stale listings, which I bulk did on the computer. It's really easy. You can just end all the listings, go in, select them, sell similar, change something in the title, check markets and stuff, readjust prices. And a lot of that stuff has been selling. So maybe that's a reason for the increased sales. And I still need to do it on this account. I have probably 400 or 500 listings that probably aren't even just getting views. So I'm just going to go through one day and wipe all those and put them back up. So that will hopefully help as well. But it's definitely not going to be a cakewalk to do 100K this quarter four. I know I will definitely do it on all platforms, but trying to do it just on eBay is definitely going to be a struggle. But we'll see. It's a fun challenge, and if I don't complete it this time, then I'll try again next year. So I'm really grinding away, trying to get as many listings as I possibly can up. As we can see, the Christmas stuff is actually selling well. Even like I got these Halloween inflatables at Big Lots on clearance, and those are even selling. So that's pretty much it. You guys have seen pretty much everything that I've been selling. So next video will probably be at the end of November, recapping. Personally, if I'm going to have any chance of this, I need to be probably over 60,000, which would put us at about a $37,000 November, and then going to need a crazy like $40,000 December. Again, not going to be easy, but you never know. And I'm going to try my absolute best and have faith. And that leads us into the outro, where I'm going to be giving a word of the day. Word of the day today comes from Romans chapter 8, verses 5 through 8. Those who live in according to the flesh have their mind set on what the flesh desires, but those who live in accordance with the Spirit have their mind set on what the Spirit desires. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. The mind governed by the flesh is hostile to God. It does not submit to God's law, nor can it do so. Those who are in the realm of the flesh cannot please God. This one definitely really hits home, because there's just so much in the world to get wrapped up in. And I find myself doing this constantly, where you're just wrapped up in the things of the world, but we're not thinking about God. We're not thinking spiritually at all. We're just wrapped up in this mindless world that is just constantly distracting us from what our true purpose is, and that is having a relationship with Jesus Christ. And I'm not the best at it at all, but one way I've really tried to separate myself from my earthly desires is by trying to pray as much as I possibly can to form a relationship with God, and also trying to read my Bible daily. So like a year and a couple months ago, I finally decided to really dive into the Bible and try to commit to reading it every day. I may have missed a few days, but I recently just read through the entire Bible for the first time in my life. I'd read most of the New Testament before, but never all of it, and I really wanted to try to commit myself to that. So if that's something that you're interested in, I would highly recommend it. With my Bible, it was literally 6 pages a day for a year, and I was able to read through the entire thing. And now I'm going back through the New Testament. So it's just one way that really has helped me feel more connected to God. And it might be able to help you as well. If you're searching for something, soul searching, just trying to figure out the meaning of life or anything, it's right in here in the Bible. Basic instructions before leaving earth. So that'll about wrap it up. Try to think spiritually, not acting on those earthly desires. Stay tuned to next episode and see how we're coming in this 100K. Hopefully we're able to get over like 60K total here by the end of November. Just have to wait and see. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. Let's go get it. Thank you for watching The Millennial Prophet.